Hey, you lovely law. It's Monday. Hi, welcome to a new week. Thanks for those of you who connected with us on the Peace with PDA group chat at the weekend. That's always gorgeous. So today, I really want to talk to you about the art. I'm going to choose that word. I was like, what word am I going to go with? Art of simplicity. And this is something I am always on a journey with myself. There's lots of areas of my life that I'm always looking to simplify. And for me, what I'm not talking about, although I'm sure there are loads of benefits to all these things, I'm not talking about minimalist living or Marie Kondoing or anything like that. But I'm talking about how I understand it through emotional freedom techniques. And in June, I'm going to be opening the Freedom Centre. And for those of you who feel called to that, it's going to be a space for us to be in community online as PDA parents who are interested in learning the art of using emotional freedom techniques to really deep dive into clearing out and sorting out stuff inside, our shadow stuff, our challenging stuff, our stuff that's making us feel dysregulated in our parenting journey. It's about our deconditioning, it's about our healing, and it's about our growth and expansion space and how we can open that up using the technique too, and how it can support us on that journey. Excuse me. So the art of simplicity for me, through understanding emotional freedom techniques, is asking myself, when I'm focused on a particular thought or feeling or experience, either because I'm experiencing it right now or because I'm ruminating on something that's happened in the past or I'm projecting into the future, that focus that I have right now, is it making me have static in my body's energy system? Because that's what I understand through the model of EFT. So static in the body's energy system, we might understand as feeling dysregulated, because that's something we talk about a lot in our community. It might mean that we have anxiety and we're projecting to the future and our thoughts are in that monkey mind state. It might mean that we are feeling flat and demotivated and lost. It might mean that we're feeling bitter. It might mean that we're feeling frustrated and angry. There's nothing wrong with those things. I don't mean to make them wrong. We need to feel what we feel. And it's really important to honour that. And a huge part of the beauty and benefit of our human experience is having those experiences, because it gives us feedback that we get to respond to. And emotional freedom techniques gives you the opportunity to respond to that. It gives you the opportunity to say, okay, this is what I'm experiencing, and kind of sorting that out, like sorting out the cupboard and tossing out the old. You know, what do I want to keep in this? What's useful to me? And what do I want to take on to the next part of my journey with me? You know, is this serving me? Is it taking me where I want to go? And we can do that sorting. So it really is coming back to that simplicity of this thing that I'm focused on now, this experience I'm having now. Is it causing static in my body's energy system? And if so, we can apply emotional freedom techniques and bring peace back to our body's energy system, where we can feel peaceful, calm, open, safe, satisfied. And from that place, we are then in a receptive place to move forward, to think, to, you know, even to access our higher thinking brain, to really hear and feel our intuition and allow our inner guidance to move us forward. So it really is coming back to all things. So for example, this morning, we're having an experience of our plans being really disrupted this week. And that sort of agitation in life, as the families we're going to feel acutely because it affects our young people acutely. And then the impact of that can affect us parents acutely. But actually, when I sit in that choice today, I'm asking myself, is this useful to me? Is this true? Do I want to feel like this? Could I choose to feel differently? Is there a different way to look at this? Etc., etc. And, you know, both Granny and Nana, the two strong female grandparent presences in our life, are a big part of our weekly flow of connection and going out and enjoying things and doing different things and connecting with different people. And they're both a bit unwell, nothing serious, but they're just not been available in the same ways to us, which has left big sort of gaps in our plans and our connections. And so obviously that has whatever impact it has for my PDAer. But I get to sit in my responsibility for myself and my feelings and my reactions and my responses as a parent. And am I best serving her when I'm dysregulated or when I'm regulated? When I'm thrown or when I'm calm? Am I best serving her when I feel put out, put upon, or when I feel like, oh, this is an opportunity for something different, for something new, for us to connect in a different way, you know? And when I get in my mind about that, it doesn't really make that much difference to my thinking. Sometimes I can shift a bit with those kind of thoughts, but just being in my mind about it doesn't change who I am and what my nervous response, you know, is to that, my nervous system responses to that. But when I apply the EFT tapping, I get to address directly that dysregulation, which comes out in my thoughts and my actions and my beliefs and everything, that's static in my body's energy system. And I'm sending a bit like an electrical impulse through to that primal part of my brain, which is going, you know, that sort of static response, and soothing it and calming it. And then I get to be calm, I get to be open, I get to be peaceful, I get to be curious. What is this bringing me? What opportunities is this opening for me? And what opportunities is it opening for my daughter to have a different experience of change and moving through that life experience? And it brings me into a state of being present in this moment and open, calm, peaceful and relaxed to be able to respond rather than react. And that responding rather than reacting can be a very subtle difference, because when we think about reactions, we think about big reactions, don't we? Obvious external reactions or, you know, big dysregulation. But it can be very subtle that we're reacting from our conditioning, from our beliefs, from our previous experiences and expectations, from the lens that we look through life, you know, and that can and does create a new experience unless we get conscious about it. And EFT can really help us with bringing in that peace in our body's energy system, which allows us to be in this moment, to be present and to make conscious choices and to be open to hearing our inner guidance and receiving inspiration. And it means that we're parenting from a completely different place and living from a completely different place. So I'm being in that little journey that I was sharing you just as an example today. And I just wanted to share that about EFT and why I want to bring more of it into our community, because I really feel that as parents that we have such a key presence that needs to be supported and appreciated and loved and uplifted. But we also need to have the guidance that I've benefited from and still benefit from being a professional, as a counsellor, as a therapist, as a play therapist, as a parent support worker. We always have supervision. counselling, guidance, because actually we need somebody to or people to be with, to be able to hear ourselves, to feel held, to actually really do this work. And I really want to bring in a space for that. So if you feel called to really sit in your truth and own how important the work is that you do as a parent, and you really want to give yourself the best of opportunity for you to have an amazing, wonderful life, and you want to be able to bring in the best for your family, you know, and this is calling you, I'd love you to be considering if you'd like to join us in the Freedom Centre, which is going to be opening in June, and I'll share more details with you soon. Right, my loves, I'm getting messages through from my girl saying she's very hungry, so I'm being completely negligent, and I'll go back and do something about that. Have a good day. Bye.